You know, I wonder if it'd be cute if I had the same mouse on my desk as you, but I probably don't. All right. What are we
Do you
doing? Are
want
you?
to?
No,
I,
we should just roll with it. I don't have that mouse, so I can't.
and
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Phalanges.
I'm the GPX Clone video guy.
You literally are. Welcome to the MouseCast podcast for the week of Friday, June 20th. We're talking about this week Dragon Lore CS2 skins. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Also, AliExpress had a big old sale, and I did not hold back.
We're going to cover everything Ninjutsu's up to, which is a surprising number of things, and also show you the glossiest mouse known to mankind and give our thoughts on glossy mice.
Oh, dude, yes, I'm excited for that. So, guys, get subscribed. We do this every week. Link to our Discord below. We talk about deals and pod stuff and Dazz Trzak's YouTube channel, and please join us. Daz, you that superstitious was last week. How are you doing this week? And what's on your desk?
Thank goodness I had a day off from work. I'll say that. I got the Incat G23 V2 here for the mouse, and then I guess I'll show it. I'm rocking the orange Blitz because I thought it was a good contrast to the colorway of the
Yeah,
G23 V2 for the review. So,
yeah, right. Blue and orange are complementary colors.
yep.
For me on my desk, ATK X1 Ultimate in the metallic red. Matrova Breeze for, I don't know, what is this, guys? The fourth, fifth week in a row. And I do have a new keyboard, though. This is, you recognize this, Daz, because I almost bought yours. This is
Yeah, what's
a
it?
Epomaker 6 HE, I got to get it right. It's HE68,
Mag. Yeah.
HE65 Mag Epomaker. And I literally just unboxed it like an hour ago. It has a knob and a screen. You know how I love those things. And a big old fat 8,000 milliamp hour battery and its Hall effect. No FRO. Typing experience is not perfect, but it's pretty solid. This was an Amazon warehouse deal for like $55. Acceptable condition. Seems fine to me. Homie did throw in. He threw in a that was sorry, that was my window sound.
A
An
custom.
aluminum keycap. So
Oh,
maybe that's why it was acceptable condition. Bro, I'll take an aluminum keycap. Look at that. Talking
yeah,
about
all day long.
glossy.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. So, okay, first topic. SteelSeries Air X3 CS2 Dragon Lore Edition posted by the one and only man Phalanges. Comment farming. I said,
That one comment showing.
okay, what an effing scam. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So is
33.
Dragon Lore something I should know what that is? Like,
Okay, the Razer guys in this thread talked about it. Oh, where did they say it? What even is Dragon Lore? I upvoted this, by the way. I don't know why he got downvoted. A bunch of inbred
oh, it's the
CS2
CS2
circle
Dragon Lore
jerk
skin.
nerds.
Okay.
One of, if not the most expensive skins in the game, highest quality version of their skins sells for roughly 15,000 USD. 15K USD maybe in 2015. Try adding another zero. And they talk about, oh dang, different versions going for even higher and depending on the float or whatever, the like rarity.
That's so
Yeah.
stupid.
The
Oh my god.
Razer, yeah, the Razer we'll get to pictures for you guys. That one's gone, but okay. $150, dude, for a 3335 and a 68-gram small mouse. Dude,
Are you picking it up?
it looks amazing. This rendering is really good too. In person, it looks to be more metallic, so maybe a little bit
Mm.
of glossiness. Dude, this is amazing. We'll take a look at Razer's take, but SteelSeries, they went with kind of earthy tones, the sage green and beige metallic. It looks great. So this is like the op from the game. They're also doing a pad. I don't know how much that is. You guys can go look at it. Can someone explain to me why SteelSeries is so committed to not upgrading their internals?
Hmm.
I know, dude. I said looks sick, but $150 and pre-orders. God damn. Sales series is out of touch. Yeah, here's the link. I can't believe they're doing pre-orders at $150, dude. The Aerox 3 launched at $100 and it is they sell all day long for like 30 bucks on eBay. If that.
Yeah. Is it that much of a commitment to 33.95 in this thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, apparently. They've
I
clearly
guess I
not
should.
put the time into their like R&D to create a firmware solution for 33.95, even though like random companies that spawn in China can do it in 2 seconds.
I know. I know, seriously. I do really like, they've always, Steelseries has probably done some of the best colorways, collabs ever. The Hyper Beast stuff was really cool. They've done Fallout, they've done World of Warcraft. Yeah. It's very cool. Okay, there we go. Defuse the bomb. We push A. Alright. Next thing was Razer, so the tweet got deleted like literally moments before the show, before Dazz and I started recording.
They took down
But
their TikTok. It's just there's no trace of it now. Yeah. Well, there is a trace. We
there
found
is
it.
a trace, and I think I thought I commented the trace. Okay, I will go to. Oh, sorry, I didn't. Okay, we'll go to the Razer, and then I'll hop back to the Steelseries. Where we go? Did I not? I guess I didn't link it. I could have sworn I posted this. Okay, can I go to this dude's profile and check? Oh, can I not view? Oh, you have to click twice. Razer just deleted the tweet. Yeah, why is that popping up anyway? Here it is. Here's the Razer version. Razer Viper V3 Pro. And so they are going for more of a metallic gold and red look. Personally, the red, I'm not like, especially on the keyboard, I said it looks toyish.
I like the Razer take better. I don't know.
Do you? Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
The flame on the click is pretty cool. They had a video that they deleted that showed the bottom of the mouse, and the bottom was just like a black. It was just black with their normal big skates.
Okay.
I thought if they had done red, I think that could have looked cool. But the red, I would have gone for like a deeper burgundy, something more like what's here on the dragon.
Yeah, the SteelSeries one looks sort of like spaghetti to me. I don't know, like spaghetti sauce.
So out of all of the Vipers that there are, we have Gengar, Sentinels, White
Faker.
and Black, obviously. Yeah, and Faker. And now this. Which one you picking? You can only have one.
Probably this one.
The Sentinels.
Maybe Faker. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd probably pick Faker. Okay, jumping back to, so the Steelseries. Yeah, I found this Facebook post by Braylon Maynard. I might have messed around and been one of the first to own this, so look out for these, I guess. He actually posted this before SteelSeries made the announcement, and it was funny because I found this
video.
I found this Facebook post because I found this on eBay,
Oh,
selling for $300. Again, this was before it was announced. 71 grams lightweight, dude. Ugh, all right. Next topic, we probably took too long in that. Let's go over to Ninjutso. Has a bunch of new stuff. Let's talk about the mouse first. So we already talked about.
I thought they were dead. I thought they were a dead company. I was wrong, I guess.
Yeah. Even HitScan, when I messaged them recently, they I'm gonna space these links out. When I messaged HitScan recently, they even said they're cooking up new stuff too. I love how every single mouse aesthetic in 2025 needs some sort of gimmick. And in this case, we're now saying Ninjutso 50 million times on the bottom, but I'm here for it.
Their skates design words are hard. It has improved greatly here.
Yeah, it does look good. They look
Vaxee-esque.
So one thing that I either love or hate, I can't tell. I hope these are rounded edges, right? And also they don't have the little nest that the skate sits in. So you could theoretically switch these out with like, I don't know, GPX skates. If it's just a big flat bottom.
That's entirely, that's good.
Yeah, why is that not a thing?
Money.
The sound from his hand touching it makes it sound like it's not really coated, like a super rubberized coating. I think
who knows what the origin of this was. Yeah.
But we can see the side buttons protrude quite a bit. Are those mechanical? Those sound mechanical.
That would be a departure from the previous mice.
It would be.
They do sound mechanical.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, it's. I'm glad we got this video. Sure. Thank you, Hitoshi. But Yeah, I feel like I'm less excited now. Is that weird?
I was never excited. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I know, but you're the GPX clone man.
Maybe it's not a GPS clone.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's like between a GPX and like a Maya. The sides look rather flat.
They do.
Yeah. Nice
It looks
protrudy
pretty
side buttons.
short in height. Yeah.
Um, I wonder if I can open this Discord link without. Oh, it wants
Yeah.
me to sign in. Okay, then we're just gonna skip that. And new button tensioning system, I guess, is gonna be featured in this. So they have a leaf spring to keep the mouse button in contact with the switch dot. Okay, this is nothing new. Logitech has been doing this since the G305 came out, even
Is this
earlier than
similar
that.
to like Endgame Gears, GX Speed or whatever?
No, this is not. This isn't a responsive thing. It's a thing that keeps the, you know, the little plunger thing that contacts the dot on the
I
switch.
see. So it's just always touching it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it eliminates like pre-travel, or it just makes the switch feel more raw.
Yeah.
I mean the G502 spring tension. This is, yeah, you can see they've done it with a little torsion spring, a little itty bitty torsion spring there. Super old. It's been around for over a decade. All right. Oh, and I guess they have a new switch in this too. Hyperclick key technology, RTTO level delay in mouse. Cool.
Does it specify what
57.
kind of switch this is?
So it's gonna be mechanical, looking at the pins here. Hyper switch, no double click, light trigger, 0.57 newtons. So that's like 57 gram, right? Um, gram force. So that's gonna basically copy KLGX switches. It can transmit the signal to the computer without waiting for the micro switch to be completely closed until a sound is heard. Yeah, okay, this is the same thing as the GX speed mode. So
Okay.
instead of like waiting for the contact, okay, instead of waiting for like the contact to switch down and say we're hitting my watch here, instead it just, as soon as it leaves the upper contact, then it registers before then it, yeah. When you're talking like 4K hertz and milliseconds and stuff, this actually does matter, but I don't know. I haven't used GX switches. I just hope it feels good. I'm not a big fan of how the GX switches feel. Okay, do you have anything else to say?
No, not at
Okay.
all.
Okay, let's talk about some mouse pads. Matrova announced two mouse pads, the Vane and the OZ. Ozzy? OZ. I'm going to say OZ. Hello, all. We're excited to launch, thrilled to announce the official launch of our latest two mouse pads. OZ is a unique control leaning balance pad with a coarse texture and strong stopping power. With slightly more resistance on the x-axis, it's perfect for tactical shooters like CS where precision and control are key. It glides better than you'd expect from a control pad, sitting comfortably between our Scarlet and Balance X in speed. The
Sounds like a
Vane,
rough Saturn.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The Vane is premium soft silk surface pad with a smooth airbrushed texture. That's interesting. It offers medium static and low dynamic, making it ideal for controlled flicks and fluid tracking. The Vane sits between the Violet Mist and Balance X for speed. So they're still,
Sounds like a smooth Otsu.
yeah, they're still both kind of balance pads, if we want to call them that. I gotta close some tabs here, huh? So let's bring up their actual, that was the announcement. Their web page has better photos. Still, their photos aren't the best yet. So Vane and OZ, where are you? So the OZ
They
by
talk about
default,
having like very fine grained photos of the pads on the new website.
I know they didn't quite do that. They like updated their website, but yeah, it's kind of tough. I don't know if it's coming through on stream. Yeah, it looks slightly textured. Um, okay. This is the OZ here. And then
Only those two sizes. Do you have to ask otherwise to get the larger size? Is
yeah,
that
you can,
normal, or do
yeah,
they?
you can hit custom design here,
Is that what it is?
and
Okay,
then you
I've
go to
never
their
actually
custom design, and you
gone
can
that
pick
far.
OZ for, and then the custom
There it
size.
is,
Yep.
5 by 5.
So 500 by 500 comes out to being $36. Yep. And then the Vane default is this gray color. So the Vane is actually one I'm slightly more interested in. They call that a soft silk, but with an airbrushed texture.
Yeah, it's a pad I would definitely test out. Might be right in the wheelhouse of what I like to use while I'm actually playing any game as opposed to aim trading.
Yeah, the surface carries a naturally cool touch. Interesting. Remarkably consistent X and Y. Um, I wonder, so on, you notice that how they put the text of the name of the pad below? On the custom pads I ordered, I actually requested that. Because when
Yeah,
you
it
get a,
talks about here in the thing. It says like maintains their minimal style with the logo in vain. So maybe they updated their baseline to that.
maybe they did a poll or something,
You
and
inspired them.
I mean, these ones have it. I don't know. It might have not been my original idea. Um, oh, I think that's what. No, my bad. I'm dumb. By default, if you buy their default pads with their default colors, this is what it does. It's only when you go custom that they remove that
Okay,
lettering, and I just requested that they keep it on.
gotcha.
Okay, next topic. I think, yeah, I'm interested in these. I'm at the point where like next time I reach out to Matrova to Levi, I'm just gonna order. I'll order both of these. But I'm more interested in the vein.
Same.
Unfortunately, though, let me go to their custom configurator here. For surfaces, uh, okay, before the vein was crossed out, but now only Scarlet is crossed out. I forget why, but OZ Scarlet is one that I'm not. I'm like probably least interested in the Rascal and the Scarlet. So okay,
Honestly, anything below balance X is just too slow for me.
mm, yep, I get it. All right, next topic. Speaking of more mouse pads, this isn't really a news topic. This was just cool.
Artisan tweeted about Boardsies coming soon as well.
Boardsy is doing a collab?
Boardsies had a Zebra collab for the Zero announced for like over a year with
Yeah.
Artisan. But it's been delayed, but it's now coming soon per Artisan. So
Hmm. Okay. Well, I thought
not
this
that I'm
was
gonna
really
get one.
cool.
This is pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't get it because the but yeah.
So my prediction is I think things will continue to move. Like, remember we asked Pizzogal where he'd see the mouse market in, 5 years? I think something with mouse pads is um, surfaces are going to start getting iterative, much like how designs are, like shapes are nowadays. I
Mhm.
think we're going to see customization as a um, if you want to if you don't want to get left behind, you're going to need to offer some sort of customization. Unless maybe you're an artisan and you just your brand name will carry you for a decade or two. I don't know. It is cool how they have the artisan logo here, and they even did like the artisan whatever their little star is.
Yeah.
2000 fun. Do you know what 2000 fun is? Can you
No
look it
idea.
up? Actually, I'll look it up. 2000 fun. Um, okay, we need to Google Translate all this. I'm scared to click it. Okay, well, anyway, that's all. Let's move on to another new Vaxee pad. The PEK, I actually haven't read this. Control-oriented slow pad characterized by slow horizontal movement and slightly faster vertical movement. Is that a thing that you like? Do you like a different XY?
Yeah, I like the wide view slower.
To be slower, because what, this makes you
Yeah.
track more horizontally?
I feel like I don't lose myself up and down while tracking. Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much how I feel. Um,
I think that's what threw me off of the K83 because the
uh,
K83 was supposed to be much closer to not having an XY difference. But I've since departed with that pad. So
Yeah, okay, well, anyway, I'm not super interested in this. Let's move on. Okay, AliExpress summer sale. Oh, this is gonna be a meaty topic. So AliExpress, they do a
Andy's has taken a second mortgage out on his house
I
to buy
know. So
his
they do a
mouse.
big sale every single summer. I think this was my first time participating in one, but they were doing they had coupon codes just like Choice Day, but the coupon codes were roughly 20% cash back. So it would be like $20 off 100 or $10 off 50. On top of that, AliExpress did 1 day only 25% cash back. Join our Discord, guys. We're actually the deals channel is one of the more active ones. I talk about here like how to like you can't self promote, so I didn't like have my affiliate link, but I do have one link in the description. But let's go over what my haul was because I got a lot of stuff. Is this the link? No. Oh, but the sale, Top Cashback is due. So Rakuten, we filmed this on Thursday. This goes live Friday. I don't know if Rakuten will still be 10%, but Top Cashback, they're doing 20% for an entire week. So link in the description below. If you sign up, you and I both get a kickback of $40, I think it is. I don't quote me on that. When you make a qualifying purchase, but Top
Yeah,
Cashback, Rakuten, I have much better luck with Top Cashback. They have paid me a few things, but it's like literally 10%. Like out of 10
yeah.
things I've ordered with Top Cashback, I've only gotten the money for like 1 out of 10.
Thank
So
goodness it was for the one thing you got.
I know. Yeah. Rakuten, on the other hand, is like fantastic. Other people on your Discord have had good success. Like if something doesn't track, they just message customer service with a screenshot and boom, you get your money.
They're all over it. Yeah.
Yeah, they really are. Okay, so here was my haul, dude. It's a long one.
Oh, you
Uh
got your stuff cheaper because you did a big. Yeah, like I was happy at $33 on my Y2. Okay.
Yeah. So the price here is after 25% Rakuten, so I guess I haven't realized
Oh,
that yet.
I see. Okay.
But yeah. So I got Silence Peach V3 switches I'll talk about. Big purchase here was a Ying for $100, but dude, they go for like 180 on eBay because I don't know. I think they were having production problems. I'm scared this is gonna get canceled. Um, Lingbao M9, this is like a Viper V3 1.5 size. It has TTC opticals, which are a nice hollow, thocky sound. I actually rather like them. Apparently, this has a decent coating too. Oh, wait, you
Um,
have one?
yeah, I have one already. It is a decent coating. It's like chalky, actually.
Hmm.
I have a short recorded, but I just don't have enough goddamn time in my life to post all the shorts. I
Oh,
have 8 unrecorded, unposted shorts. Anyway,
whoa.
yeah.
Um, any first impressions that you can tease me with?
It's not gonna like impress too much.
No.
The bottom feels like an Attack Shark mouse.
How are the skates? Can you show the camera?
Yeah, that's mostly what I was talking about.
Oh yeah. And then I know I'm gonna weight mod mine because they advertise it as 44 grams if you like take out the battery on the cover because it has a
Yeah, the battery.
rechargeable.
Yeah, there's you get 2 batteries obviously with it. Yeah,
Yeah. And I'm just gonna mod it with a soldered in
normal.
version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the coating though. It's like a rubberized
Okay.
chalky.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's a little bit smaller. You might like it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's not really too many flaws to it. So.
Okay. Yeah, for $30 I'll try it and it's pink, so why not? Rapoo VT7 I got in the beautiful blue. It looks like an ambi, but it's kind of like an MCHO's M7 where there's a thumb curve, but then it's straight on the other side, so
Okay,
sort
let's
of
talk a little bit
ergo.
more. So I determined I wanted the max. Why was that? I
Oh,
don't
I don't know. You
remember.
want me to bring it up?
Yeah,
Oh man, are we already
I've
getting
not
deep
bought
into
one
the
since I wanted the max.
so Rapoo
I think the
Rapoo
switches change, maybe.
let's see. I do believe Rapoo partners with Raysha. Like I think their branded ones are Raysha's.
Oh no.
I know, they do have an 800 million power battery, so it's a thick, like 14 gram battery. They have their C-Click, which is their pre-tensioning.
Hmm.
Geek Core, ah yes, right up my alley. Custom micro switches.
Are there
Uh,
custom opticals ratio you said?
I thought so.
Otherwise, it's
New,
Power Mechanicals in the low end one, or
yeah. Well, let's see. New Nordic MCU, which is apparently is supposed to be like really good for battery life, coupled with an 800 million power battery. Here's the comparison here. 3398 is just a 3395 that they've customized.
I
So
do
that's the
just want a
first
base
difference.
version.
Omron
Okay.
mechanical fretting is what I'm getting, and then yeah, Lullaby custom light micro. I'm pretty sure. Did I see it? No, I did not see a disassembly of this.
Fudge.
Why did I
Let's
think?
order.
Um, I'm
We'll
pretty
buy
sure
one
these
right
were
now.
Raishas. I might be getting them confused with. Uh,
Because if they're on runs, please, I will take the max. If they're not, then I will
yeah.
not take the max.
I'm gonna
But yeah,
disassemble mine when I get it, and I'll let you know. Here you can see the bottom's somewhat unique. It's like contoured on
it
one
is.
side, but then straight on the other. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, I don't know, move on. So I also got a bunch of keyboards. We're going to actually talk about keyboards in this stream because I'm sort of, dude, shout out Sergeant Pepper from our Discord. One day he totally checked me. I said something about like mice being like way more interesting than keyboards in terms of like customizing, and he was like, actually keyboards have a lot more things you can do to them. And I was like,
They do.
that sounds
Yeah.
fair. And now that I've actually went and like searched for some keyboards, holy crap. So the TAC 75 HE, this is a mag mech. You can swap HE and
No,
mechanical switches in it.
mine's geek. Yeah.
Dude, insane. It sounds pretty good in typing tests, and I got one of like the lower tier ones, but it still is an HE board. And Acco's software seems pretty good. 21 bucks, dude. Here, this keyboard, this is a kit. It's not HE, but it is aluminum. It's yellow, which is my favorite color, and has a knob. So that's what I'm building with some of these gradient keycaps here. And it looks like I borked the pricing on these. Well, this one is the one that was $32, and this is probably gonna be like $8. This one, Ausdom G303. This is a like Kysona M67 shell-ish. It's like somewhat interesting. It's like rather flat. Think like an elongated F1, ATK F1, but elongated. That's what this is giving me the vibes of. And it has Omron optical switches. I got this. Seller
Transparent
already
purple
asked
white.
me, huh?
What was that picture? It looked like a transparent purple white.
Oh, I can bring that back up, I guess. Is this worth? Okay. Uh, this?
What is that? Clear purple shell white dot.
Oh, this is just, they all, Huano transparent blue shell pink dots are 80 million. Then they have the green ones that are 100 million. And then these
Yeah.
purple ones are
This is the
90.
90s.
It's,
Oh, okay.
yeah, they all feel pretty much the same. I think the green ones feel like slightly better, but it's
Okay.
marginal. So this has Omron opticals, which is nice. The seller already requested that I cancel this because it's not in stock, so I went and ordered a different one. That actually ended up being the same price. I'll come back to
So
why.
yeah, look out for that. Look at that store, Yiku Ron.
Yeah, don't buy
That
from
was the
them.
one that yeah, don't buy from them. We've had a slew of orders canceled across the Discord. So.
Wow, okay. I don't get it, dude. Then they have to go and hire customer service reps to message people that it's out of stock. Bro, just keep your stock up to date. I don't know.
I think they want to get interest in the mouse before it releases, and they don't have the stock, or like really get stock. It's so frustrating,
Label it as a pre-sale. I'll wait.
right?
We as Americans, if we're willing to wait like a month for this stuff, because we know it's coming from China.
Exactly.
ATK U2, I got the Pro specifically, and I forgot to price it here, but I would have gotten this for like around 25-ish dollars. I got the Pro because it comes with mechanical switches, but a Reddit user, shout out, I forget your name, uh, he says there are solder points for Amron Opticals. Incot G23 V2, I came back to this at like midnight. Like the sale, the 25% sale ends at midnight. I came back to this and I was like, oh, let's just do it. Because 40 bucks and then after that, yeah.
Yeah, I paid $50 for mine. So
Yeah. This H9, it's a GPX Dex clone. I got it because I don't own a Dex, so I was like, sure, why not? $8. This was another late night regrettable decision, but this is one of the few HE boards that has a knob and it's aluminum. Also, this board is 1.4 kilograms. To put that
wow.
in perspective, your 75% Mons Geek one is like I think
Hmm.
1.8 kilos.
Okay.
So this is like not that much lighter, but it's a way smaller board. Well, not a way. It's gonna feel very dense. I'm excited for that. But it's gonna be my first Thunder Robot product that I actually like spent good money on. And then also maybe I'll regret this, but an MCHO's K7 Armor Opticals.
You got
It's a
you got yours for a dollar cheaper than mine. And we both bought from different shop random number stores. So good luck to us.
no kidding. This was the subtotal. I ended up spending like $355 in mice and like I don't know what one something hundred and something in keyboards. Yep. So I'm gonna have to sell a lot of stuff. Luckily, I already sold. I actually did a Facebook Marketplace deal today. 120 bucks. Sold a 3D printer yesterday. Sold
Nice.
um old computer parts. 140 bucks. So trying to keep my spreadsheet balanced. I also threw this out there. This was listed at like $110 a while back. Incot 029 is how they say it. 029. So it's like a Final Mouse medium size, and it's supposedly only like 34 grams. So why not? And has Yeah. Anyway,
Of course, you made the mouse review post 24 days ago. You sick.
I know it's either me or Debbie Lung. Yeah, Debbie Lung,
Yep.
get him on the pod. He has all the newest leaks. So two other things I want to say. So one, I had a pain in the ass trying to get my coupons to work because apparently this Oustum mouse and another mouse that I forget which one it was were not contributing to my subtotal.
Do you know what causes that? I've had that happen before too.
I don't know. I thought it was because they were early bird deals. It was this
Right.
and it was maybe it was the Incot. I forget. No, because this the coupon worked on that. I forget. But it took me forever because I'm like adding things to the cart and the coupon isn't getting applied. Anyway, I've had coupons work for other um, early bird deals, so I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, I got it to work. I'm just happy I got a Ying for cheap-ish.
Yep.
All right, uh, guys.
My
Also,
AliExpress news is I have the Alba SC900 delivered. I just haven't unboxed it yet, which is their I got the metallic red, like a Dex clone, right?
you are going all in on the metallic, huh?
And, yeah. Yeah.
I respect that. It's a really nice colorway.
We haven't. There's not been a good Dex clone, so we're looking for one. My U2 is cleared customs, and my Y2 shipped, which is shocking.
Wow, good. Yeah, because I know you and I both had one
Yeah.
that canceled.
Yep.
Yep.
K7 jury's out for both of ours. So
Yeah. So I believe these Owlas come with TTC optical switches, I thought.
yes, it
Okay.
says TTC up there. So yeah,
Oh, cool. I
this has
just
the regrettable removable battery of 10,000 pounds. But
yeah.
anyway,
Yeah. Yeah, I have one of these. I would pull the trigger on one of these for $30, but not for they're asking like 50 for
I
the
paid 38, so it's like if I bought it
not
now,
bad.
would have been better. But
Yeah. Well. Yeah, nice choice. And the last thing I want to mention is our Discord, my dudes. Uh, a lot of these deals get posted to our Discord. Let me go to
people are
deals.
just camping on Mouse Market, ready to post
Yeah.
deals for you.
So I just want to, um, yeah, dude. I guess. Oh, interesting. Some people's names aren't blurred out. Well, yeah, people we post here mouse market deals like things that are really aggressively priced. Did you snipe this faker?
Yes, anything you see me buying off Mouse Market, I'm just trying to resell. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to claw back money I spent.
But some of the
Two.
deals I wanted to highlight were we have an early bird deal for an ES21 with mechanical switches for only $24, dude. This was during the 25% Rakuten. So I calculated you could have gotten this for like what would have been 45% off of this. So you
It's
would
an
have gotten
amazing
this
price,
for
like
like
14.
$14, yeah. The special colorways were like $47.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, early bird deal. Look at this that someone posted. This is to Canada though, so maybe we have worse pricing here in the U.S. I thought I
This is the
posted.
channel to be in.
I know. I thought I posted a whole slew of like here, $23 for in like an Italian mouse shape. Um, yeah, M chose. Can I? I can't. Yeah. Anyway, we just screenshot whenever something good pops up. That's pretty impressive. You could have gotten the slightly smaller battery version for $23. Yeah, $38. This was a deal that didn't last very long. G Hero Pro with the nice coating for $25. Anyway, join our Discord. Say hi to us. All right. Next topic. Rapoo VT2. This is a new mouse release. I probably should have. I did not do the topics in the best order this week. Oh well. I'm kind of tired, Daz. If I didn't answer how I'm doing this week, I'm kind of tired.
No, yeah, I forgot to ask you because no one cares. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, no one cares.
I am also quite tired. I'm
Get
always
back on the
tired, but
podcast. We don't have time for your feelings or you being tired. Give us the news. So this is the Rapoo VT2. It's a GPX clone.
GPX.
Oh baby, we have accessories galore. Yay, love to see extra skates, especially on any mouse that's like over $50. Just give us extra skates. So I didn't think from the top. I was not immediately like GPX. I mean a little bit,
No.
but
Yeah.
then the bottom, brother. Even the sensor
Yep.
position is slightly forward biased, like a GPX. 56 grams, 57 with a stupid cover, and I think it has a giant battery in it. 55? 50, okay, well, I don't know why that was
Oh
a little
man,
bit light.
Inkot triggered me with their weights. They advertise 47 plus or minus 3, and it's actually 53 with skates on.
That's bad. It's all freaking
It's so
lying.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
it's still the latest GPX there is.
I like
So
I like the black buttons on this. That deep purple is really nice. Glossy side buttons, how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I think I don't know. That's probably fine.
I like I've
In
always
my
liked
mind,
that.
I
I
don't
like
know. Like
textural differences.
they look big.
I hope so.
Literal pill design.
Yeah, you could swallow one. More pills, look at that. Actually, the whole mouse is a pill, just eat it. With balanced breakfast.
It's a potato, bro. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's right, you gotta
What
microwave
was
it. Stab it with a fork. Dude, this dude's channel. Go subscribe. This guy, I insta click all of his videos. Rapoo always does these super skinny PCBs. Dude, look at how small. Get J-Wolves on the phone. Have them a PCB measuring contest. So this they're gonna show their. Yeah. Oh yes, this is where I saw their ratios. See that? See how they click in like. Yeah. So the Rapoos are.
What a choice.
Right, you understand that though, right? How they like. So if you like the Razer versions more, you can literally hot swap it without soldering.
The Razer versions are easily the best.
Yeah. I need to disassemble. There's their C-click torsion spring, so this is probably infringing on a Logitech patent if I had to guess. And the Aula SC800 that you gave me, that the click like broke or whatever, it was this little polycarbonate sticker here that fell off. That was it.
Yeah.
So what happens is these just make it. It's a really hard plastic. Polycarbonate is a hard plastic, so that over time you don't like wear a hole in your plunger.
Was it in the mouse somewhere you found it? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it was, but the adhesive on it was garbage. Whatever Aula used was garbage, so I super glued some of my own ones in.
Okay, yeah.
And
I identified the issue in the video, but I didn't realize the piece was lodged in there.
Yeah. Yeah, you just take it apart, and I mean, you can figure it out. I glossified it for you too, just a little bit, not super glossy. Look at that, all ribbon cables. These are attached right to the. Oh no, there's a PCB behind it. That's impressive. I like these ribbon cables. It's clean and lightweight. Look at that PCB, 800 milliamp hour battery. And he weighs the batteries, dude. 12 grams for 800 milliamp hour is good. TTC gold, 13 millimeter tall. Their scroll wheels are shockingly good. The rubber on them is really grippy. Rapoo actually does like a decent job. It's just that there's the new Nordic MCU.
Oh yeah.
It's the first mouse I know of with it. And it's just a 3395 with a different name. But Rapoo, they like woke up. Oh, so unfortunately this does not have the joints for an Omron, or for a Raisha, so you stuck with mechanicals. Maybe that's a selling point, actually. I would have gotten this from the sale if it was cheap enough, but I don't know if it wasn't listed or whatever. Dock, okay, we don't really care. Those are Omrons. Yep.
I promise this story about microwaves is interesting.
Okay, next mouse is one that you can show off. The EWEADN.
Look at that.
Wait, can you
Look at
say
my lighting reflecting on that?
Oh my goodness. Can you actually say the brand name for me?
EWEADN.
EWEADN. Did they tell you how to say it?
Yes, they did actually.
Really?
There was a guide. There's like a 2-second video, like audio clip in the like media guide that's for the X23 that said exactly how to pronounce it. And I was like, "Hey guys, I had it 80% right. Thank you." Like, I thoroughly laughed at that.
EWEADN. Because it's one of those like generic names that you see on like Amazon listings where they just give some gobbledygook as the name because they're something about like product registration. They just want it to pass without like any infringing on anyone. I do really like glossy metallic, dude. Matte color on cars has been a popular thing in the past like 5 years. I am forever high gloss metallic. It looks so good. Dude. That looks so good. It looks so premium.
It's like weeding your garden.
You weed in your garden.
EWEADN.
They say
You look at
you.
it, you can see her.
They
Yes, like
say
the U.
you, like me and
Yep.
you,
Yep.
even though it's spelled with an E.
Yep.
You
Like
Eden.
a U tree. Yeah.
Dude, that's incredible. Is it a fingerprint magnet?
It's a dust magnet, actually. Like little particles of dust that get stuck on it all the time, which is actually annoying. But if your hand is like warm, it almost feels like wet. Just
Yeah.
how,
hmm
yeah. But like it's nice because I took it to work without like grip tape and it didn't it didn't bother me,
I
which is so rare for my grip. So
I don't know why glossy mice haven't taken off. And like for a while now, we've had mice launch in like 8 different colorways. Like look at the Vaxee stuff. Why don't they just make one glossy like here? And this video perfectly demonstrates why I like glossy mice. Unless you have sweaty swamp hands,
yeah,
if you have dry hands, glossy is so grippy.
beautiful. Oh yeah,
It's so good. Yeah, I'm not interested because I mean I actually have a couple, I think, and I think
yeah. I'm
I'm
a
just
scumbag. I saw this and I wanted it, so I posted like a screenshot and then I got enough referral sales to pay for it.
oh, very nice.
Like scum, or just using
No, I mean
yeah, whatever.
you're making people learn about it. Yeah, sure.
People saved money, the company made money, and I got a mouse. So
Yeah, yeah, that's amazing.
scumbag dad.
So this is one that you are not going to part with anytime soon.
No, no, I'm not.
Very good. Okay, do we have anything else to say about glossy mice?
The question is, and the answer to the question is yes. Am I going to sell the red one? Yes. Because why
Okay,
would I have two of these? So
yeah, very
this puts the
nice.
glorious gloss to shame. This is insane.
Yeah, I wonder if they do. Is it heavier? Have you weighed it?
It's a, this one was advertised as lighter actually, but it's not quite as lighter as it was. It was advertised at 59 plus or minus. Who the heck knows? But it was actually still 63 versus 66, I think it was. So it got lighter.
Really? How did they make it lighter?
I'm not sure what they did. I didn't crack it open. I
Maybe
mean,
a
I have not
battery
used it a
swap?
ton,
I don't know.
but
Because I thought heavier
300
because
milliamp hour.
glossy is typically heavier. Clear coat, so how you get a high gloss is a clear coat, and if you put like a thick clear coat on, it'll make it even heavier.
Right.
Yeah, clear coat's thick stuff. All right, let's move on. I don't know if I really want to go over this. We'll just blitz through it. Kysona has some new mice listed. This is, they're like an OEMs. They have
With the
like
X
a
month.
no. This is I
Demo Shark
think
X month? Okay.
no. I think this is like the tens secret mouse.
Got a booty on it.
It do, and I
I
closed the
debated
tab
that
because I'm
10's mouse on
smart.
eBay, but yeah.
I know. So we already know this is the Philena. This one is still, I think we've talked about this one before, maybe. No, we talked about this '07. I want that in the gold.
Is that the Uranus? Shiraz over
Yeah.
there?
I think this is newish. Uh, I don't know, maybe this isn't as interesting as I thought. Oh, this is new. 616. 617, that's the one that I got, but without the DPI button. Um, I thought there was a
I feel like you're just
standout
shouting
one.
out area codes right now.
I know, right?
313.
MG560. Okay, well, and then they have garbage mice. Okay, well, that was a nothing burger. Next topic. Flick Fire Boardsy not a fan. Trying to find on Alibaba. Yeah, dude. We talked about this Flick Fire mouse. We talked about
I
this.
went on this the Fortnite subreddit and I fucking oops, I flamed the crap out of this mouse. It's just not good.
Yeah, it's not. The
They
renderings
were like,
look
"Worth it?
fine.
Is this good? You guys gonna use this?" And I was like, as someone who knows about mice and reviews them, do not buy this for
No.
$120.
Okay. Why? I know the answer,
You
but
could probably
why?
get the equivalent amount for $40 on AliExpress.
Yeah.
The skate design was not good to the point where Boardsy said it was making the mouse uneven on a cloth pad. Like you could teeter it back and forth. It's heavier than it needs to be. It's not a standout shape. I think the clicks were either the standout like
Hollow.
feature, like it was decent, or
They
they were
they, they
mid. They
weren't
were pretty mid.
they
Okay,
were pretty mid. He didn't mind the side buttons.
that's what it was. The side buttons were good.
Um yeah, the orange color is nice. Dude, it's like a highly customized Kysona
It's no
M6.
coding either. What are we doing?
Yeah, for $120. It's literally the price of a Maya X. So the shape, I do appreciate that they're doing like little ridges for the fingers. in the mice that I've had with this, the Alienware AW720M and the Kysona M660, that's actually comfy. It's like a comfy way of doing aggressive comfort grooves. But yeah, the mouse is literally there should be a 3311 version that goes for $12 after coins and discount codes.
Yep.
I don't understand.
It's a
They're
cash grab with a
It's a
pro's name
cash
on it.
grab. Thank
Sorry.
you. It's a cash grab. I spent a little bit of time, so the reason why this is even a topic here, but I actually didn't even link it, was because I spent a little bit of time on Alibaba trying to find the OEM for it. I couldn't. I also didn't look really hard, but
Yeah.
this is straight up, I'm not even kidding you, probably a $20 cost to flick fire. Like literally, it's probably $20 a unit.
Opted for the 33.95 instead of like yeah, and then
Yeah. So $120, it's a freaking cash grab. It's disgusting. Um, I don't know.
my final comment was like, if you love NPen and want to support him, and this mouse will function for you, but
That's
it's not worth
yeah,
your money.
yeah, like it's fine internal, so I don't want to like crap on it. The problem is the price. Yeah,
Yeah, it
whatever.
is.
Yeah, it's the problem is the price and that he's putting his name behind it. That's I guess my beef with it. I don't care if you
Mhm.
go and release this and ask $120 and then you're just gonna get trolled and people are gonna be like, lol, why do I care? But then you try to use your name behind it. I don't know, dude.
And they talked about like
Um,
designing it and like having a like strong hand in that, and like we just know that's just not the case.
yeah. I know. I remember when we first talked about it on the show, the front of it has like a black bumper, and the Kysona M660 straight up has that. It's literally just a plastic piece that just sits in there for aesthetic purposes, and it weighs like 2 grams. This,
Also, out of for like just for your information, as I can't form words, I put my email in for like the notifications for this, and like the obnoxious level of email spam for like it coming out was just over the top.
gross.
It was like 2 or 3 emails a day.
Yeah.
Chill. It
Yeah.
just screamed
I
desperation.
think I think the MouseCast viewership is smarter than that, but if you're not,
Hmm.
if they advertise a mouse for Fortnite, guys, that doesn't mean it's gonna make you amazing at Fortnite. It just means they're trying to shill for it. Um, Use a mouse that's comfortable for you and has all the buttons that you want and a good sensor. Okay, moving on. So AliExpress or Alibaba, sorry, they are like owned by the same parent company as my understanding. The only interesting thing on here was I found I started making a list actually. I was bored and started making a list of OEMs,
Thank you. Yeah,
and the Incot is their own OEM, which is kind of cool. So yeah,
it
these are all
is.
Incot mice, right? Well, these are Edifier. Um, This is an OEM shell that we know of. The sleeper mouse, wherever I don't know where mine is, has that same cutout pattern. Yeah, main products. Yeah, so there's the V2
Oh
G23
yeah.
V2. I know I rather like this. And oh, we can see a video of mice being made. Oh goodness. Sorry, headphone users, and sorry that you only get 2/3 of the video. Well, there you go. There's your Daz. There's your G23 being made right there.
Hey, well done.
Yeah. Okay, next thing, skipping over a couple things. I'm gonna say it right this time. EWEADN.
Ooh,
EWEADN the Garden Dazzle Camo S9. This I found on Alibaba also. Pretty cool, some different colors. The yellow, I'm kind of mad. Looks kind of cheap, even though I usually do like mellow yellow. It needs to be like a goldenrod yellow, like a school bus deep orangish yellow.
hmm.
But the Dazzle Camo is pretty cool. It's maybe more like topographic, but Dazzle Camo, if you guys don't know, Dazzle Camo has interesting history. Yeah, it was used on like warships like 100 years ago or whatever. World War One and World War Two. British guy came up with it. So actual heading, expected heading. I guess it. Okay, first glance, unlikely form of camouflage. Um, is an effective means to hide ships in all weather conditions. It was
British
done by a
zoologist.
zoologist. Care, John
Sick.
Graham Care. How come that sounds
What a
familiar?
guy.
Believed to be disruptive camouflage. Yeah, like I know. like tigers that way. Like we see tiger stripes and we're like, oh, that's a tiger stripe. But if you're their main prey or whatever, they see it like they don't see red, so their orange to them looks green, and the green stripes to them look just like trees and foliage. Anyway, mine does crazy things. I thought this was funny because everyone in the Viper V4 leak,
Oh yeah,
pictures, it was Dazzle
making
Camo.
a
People
camo.
release it, Razer.
Yeah.
And here, EWEADN must be. Yeah, this did not get a whole lot of traction, but whatever. Yeah, only $25 each when you buy 500 units. Daz, you're still sticking with your dude. Okay, the metallic green is really cool. Imagine the Dazzle camo in a really high gloss though. That might
Oh
be
man,
kind of cool.
it could be
The amount of
like you're in
reflections.
space.
Surfing the stars. Next topic, Valkyrie M3. Man, we got a lot of news this week. We're at 50
Valkyrie
minutes in.
makes weeb keyboard.
They do. So this is. Wait, did we see a bottom of it there? Oh, he pulled it away. No, no, no. Give us the
Yeah,
bottom.
not the
Give
best
us
key
the
design
bottom,
there.
because this is important.
Give us the bottom phalanges.
So this is looking like. What is this looking like to you? Because I think I have the answer.
It looks like an ES21
You think ES21?
or U2.
I think this, yeah. To me, I'm pretty sure this is M7. M chose
Yeah,
M7 OEM.
yeah,
So yeah, like a U2 with a higher button height.
yeah.
Um, the thing is though, it was advertised at like a way lower weight. I forget what this was at, but this hit came with a 500 milliamp hour that I swapped out. This mouse that you guys are watching right now, I think it's advertised at like 41 grams. They're probably just lying
Nice.
about it. We have a whole bunch of weed versions.
That's a great assumption.
Yeah,
They're
no.
literally lying about it on a freaking scale.
41.5, 42, 50.
50.
Uh-oh, bigger battery. Yeah, that's it. For sure. Yeah,
These even look like M show skates actually. Do they just pay M shows?
yeah. Oh, the side buttons are different.
Oh yeah. Some
Yeah,
chunky back button.
the side buttons on this are actually, they feel kind of, they
They're not
work.
great.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I shouldn't complain that much. These ones stick out more, which is nice. I'm using the wrong mouse now that I have the M7 on my. I'm sorry if I like start like blurring my words or something. I'm actually a little bit dizzy right now.
You alright there?
I'm good. I think I'm good.
You hydrated? Okay.
Maybe overly hydrated. I might be drinking too much water.
That can happen. Yeah.
Yeah. 3395 mechanical green shell white dots. Oh, these are TTC opticals, right?
Yeah.
230 milliamp hour battery, so a small battery.
This is probably a decent mouse, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, dude, these TTC opticals, they have the pin setup like Omron opticals.
Oh.
Huh. Your Lingbao M9 that supposedly has these, do they squeak? Does it feel and sound like an Omron optical? Oh man, one earbud's coming
No.
out. The doctor's
Not at
in the
all.
house, about to analyze.
Feels like a hollow green shell white dot.
Okay. I know the TTC opticals and like the Corsair M75 Air have a rather.
I have the 9 Pro Max. Is that the same?
Oh
switches?
gosh, I don't know.
No
Let's-
joke.
I'll
No
finish
joke
this
this life
video.
is.
Dude, this YouTuber guy, Mr. In Peripherals, you are a blessing. You know that? I even watched one of his YouTube. Oh, they have a 3311 version if you want to just try the shape. That's actually nice. Maybe unpopular opinion, 3311 versions, I think they should exist because they're a good way to try a shape without, they'll usually be way cheaper, you know? If it's $5 more to get a 3395, do it, guys.
Just leave
Did the side
Sling
button
bound mouse
switch?
is actually good.
Really?
Why was I so down on this in the short? Whatever, I'll release it.
Whatever.
I've already unboxed this thing. I'm not putting it back in.
Anything
It's
else to
escapes.
say about this? I don't think so. I think that's it for. I have a couple other mouse things here that will rapid fire. WLMouse Strider, 2 new colorways.
There are quite a few.
Your reply to this, I died laughing.
What did my? reply to it say?
You're like, can't wait to put grip tape on it.
Thank you. I think you're the one
What a
person who
dick.
liked it.
Uh,
I mean, it's true. Not only
shots
that,
fired.
but
Yeah.
doesn't this look crappy to grip?
It does.
It's like
Yeah.
gripping
It
hot,
looks like sandpaper. Like I'm gonna tear my
hollowed
skin
out
off.
sandpaper. I know.
Oh no.
And then this one, I don't know, Daz. Which one would
These
you
don't even
get
look
out of?
good. This
Out of
one.
yeah, I like
The
this.
rainbowish looking one.
Yeah, the green on the scroll wheel. No, you want a Strider though. But what color Strider would you get out of
Can you
all of
pull it up?
them? Huh?
Can you pull up the colorways?
Oh yeah.
Is this
WLMouse
mouse plugged in? I'm gonna start using the Liap. Liap Lingbow.
This is gonna be like the all news show. Holy smokes. Goal. Okay, the
I don't need
black
grip tape
is
on
pretty
this.
cool. I wonder how they do that fade color, huh? Silver's
There was a
boring.
purple one I was watching on eBay for 90 that just sold. But
Yeah. Purple's not bad. The gold I like. It looks like a wasp or something.
it gives me like an Egyptian theme. Yeah, the okay. I think Black Gold's the best.
Black
I don't
gold.
like that one. It's just kind of like dead. The first one is just kind of like meh.
Really, I think that's kind of sleek because black mice, are the most popular because they're like
What do
minimalist,
you
I
have?
guess. But this
You have
gives
the
a
gold.
little bit of an iridescent flare. I actually do rather like that. I like it more
Am
than,
I different person?
yeah,
Not sure.
it might. Yeah, no, I'm happy with what I got. Oh yeah, by the way, my
Yo,
Ying,
what
I got it with. I did not get it with Armor Opticals. I got it with TTC Nihils,
oh,
and that was
oh,
because they were out of the only Armor Optical that was in stock was the gray, and I wanted
okay.
one of the either the blue. To me, the blue, the WLMouse Ying in blue looks so good. Do they have renderings here? This this might be the best looking mouse ever in my opinion. This looks amazing.
Why?
It was out of stock. I don't know. I'm not usually a big fan of blue, but the blue and black and the like random nature to it, I don't know. They were out of stock of the blue though in all switch types, but they did have the red and
Okay,
TTC Nihils, and I know that their other mice, the PCBs, have both solder points, so I'll just solder them in. So I still think
gotcha.
the red's gonna look good, but the blues is something a little bit special. I don't know. I have a lot of red mice. I'm a privileged boy. Um, Another bit of rapid. Oh, did I just? Okay,
What have you done?
not. Sorry, I'm off screen to the side here, clicking on our links. Broken ribbon cable and the ZYWOO mouse. So the ZYWOO mouse is advertised as having hot swappable switches.
Gentle push, but even
Or
so,
no, I'm not sorry, not hot swap switches. I misspoke. Although I guess you could swap them if you have the little kind of like how Endgame Gear does the like switch packs with the ribbon cable, or with they
Yeah.
don't use they use a normal connector, which is smart. ZYWOO's mouse has a removable like 5 or 6 gram weight. So they have this disassembly
very
video.
fragile.
But the thing is, these ribbon cables, these are just little friction fit
Oh, and
connectors.
you might break
I
it.
know, I've
How
I've
do I know
taken apart
this?
100 of these,
Because
so
I
I'm
broke
good with
mine.
it.
I
But
took
most
this
people
apart
are
several
not.
times for this video and recorded
And
different bits
here's
of footage,
Diamond
and now
Lobbies,
my
who's
mouse
no
2
spring
switch no
chicken
longer
to
works.
disassembling mice
Click
either,
gentle
and
push.
he
But
broke one.
even this video and recorded different bits of
And then
footage, and
somebody
now
else,
my
Fresh
mouse.
Reviews,
How do
also
I know
broke his,
this?
or someone else
Because
broke
I broke
theirs. I
mine.
forget who
I
he
took this
said.
apart several times for this video and
So I guess it's a
recorded different
PSA.
bits of footage, and now my mouse 2 switch no longer works. So I
Yeah,
probably
be really
damaged the ribbon
careful when you're
cable at some point.
disassembling ribbon cables.
And then this one
Yeah, he
snapped.
broke
I'm
another.
really sorry I broke.
Yeah, he apologized to Pulsar. He has a good review of it though. He actually glazes it. Like the first half of the reviews, like I'm an idiot, I broke this, and Pulsar should do something more robust. Then the second half of the video is like this is probably Pulsar's best work. So, next bit of news is Model O Classic Star. We're gonna power through some of the mouse stuff, then we'll get to the keyboards. Which,
Random question. You ever had a Lingbow mouse before?
yeah, I have a Ling Bao M5.
Where in the absolute is the software at? I can't
Oh
like
gosh, I don't know. I think somebody
I
actually asked
can't
me
find
that.
it.
Yeah, I don't know. Ling Bao is not the OEM. I forget who the OEM is. I'm pretty sure I had to get this from some bunk ass
I found,
link.
I found a random link. I'm on it.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Um. So what was the next topic? Which was Glorious Model O Classic. Oh, I guess I don't have access to this. Well, whatever. Apparently there's the glorious model. I'll talk about it on a later week. We don't have. I had one FCC leak of the bottom picture of a glorious Model O
Mm,
Classic. It literally just looks like a Model O.
gotcha.
I don't know if it's just a refresh at maybe a lower price. Who knows? Okay, let's. Oh, sorry. Two other mouse updates. First one is the Model O Eternal is not available in the U.S. due to tariffs. So we talked about this on last week's podcast. It's their super budget
That's
mouse.
yeah, it doesn't really matter.
This
Yeah,
is not
okay.
available in the US, which is interesting because Glorious is a company based in Texas. So they're not even selling it in the US. So I guess that might make sense why it's a budget wired mouse, like esport cafes and the like.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's just they cited tariff reasons. That was something on TechLink on Linus Tech Tips. Next bit of news, Redragon did like a very minor refresh to their mice, and I begs the question, how do you feel about Honeycomb, Daz? That's on. Okay, so this mouse was already, I think this was like a 42 or 43 gram mouse, and now we lose 1 or 2 grams by having Honeycomb in this portion of the shell.
That's stupid. Why would you do that?
Stupid.
It's not
Okay.
worth it.
I
Yeah.
do think this is impressive that they have a wired mouse down to 41 grams. That's not a teeny tiny mouse. Yeah. And they also updated one of their other mice to now have it what they call a skeleton bottom, which I think looks kind of cool. I'm generally okay with holes on the bottom. If it's like more
Yeah,
than a
bottom, I don't care.
yeah, if it's more than a 1 gram savings, then I'm down with it. If it makes me have to have like a stupid skate placement, I'm not down with it. All right, let's finally go over to keyboards. So, dude, when I was looking at keyboards on AliExpress, have you ever heard of keyfinder.com?
I am not.
This is amazing, dude. So, you know how I like knobs. So I checked knob and Hall effect. Well, first of all, if I just do um, case material, they have. Oh my gosh, dude! Look at the price range. Let's drag the slider all the way max. Here we go. Wait, why is this red drag? Oh, it's sponsored. Look at that. Helix Lab, Egyptian hieroglyphic Relievo. What in the world? Met keys? Can I actually buy this? Yeah. It's $1,000 keyboard, Daz.
What?
Type among gods? Is it like gold plated?
I don't understand.
1.5 millimeter
So confused.
gold color aluminum plate. The hieroglyphics is cool. I'm down
It
with
is.
a yeah, I'm down with a theme, you know? That is actually pretty baller. Um, type with reverence, type among gods. Okay. Who did Final Mouse write this for you? All right. Anyway, keep oh shoot, I closed it. Yeah, keep finder. So what I did was I went knob support, hall effect, and aluminum because that's what I want. And then boom, here's your options. You can even filter by price low to high. Attack Shark, this is actually a lie. They do not have this in aluminum. The Mons Geek, this is an option for me. Yep. Anyway, so Keep Finder, guys, this is really cool because searching for keyboards can be a real pain in the butt. Just like finding out about all the weird like group buys or whatever. And then if the price isn't attractive on here, go look at it for it on Mouse Market. Yeah, I didn't realize how expensive Keychron was. I thought they were more budget because they're kind of budget with their
Oh yeah.
mice. But so speaking of keyboards, dude, Cherry woke up. Cherry woke up and released a TMR HE
Finally.
keyboard. Yeah.
Dear Lord.
So if you guys don't know, TMR is a new it's Hall effect, it's magnetic, but it's like a new super duper high precision sensor that's like supposed to be like an order of magnitude more sensitive than like normal HE. Does this actually matter? No, not really. But the big difference is they are way more power efficient. Do you have any numbers as to how much more power efficient? Because you use a TMR
I
keyboard.
don't. We should make a clarification, right? So like any switch that works with a Hall effect sensor or a TMR sensor is a magnetic switch. Like technically there aren't Hall effect switches, there are magnetic switches that work with Hall effect sensors. Probably just like a distinction that some people don't like, aren't
Gotcha.
aware of. Yeah.
Yeah, TMR stands for tunneling magneto resistance. whereas HE is Hall effect, which is Hall effect is just a change in voltage across a conductor when electric current flows through it, and a magnetic field is applied perpendicular. Okay, yeah, so applied perpendicular. Okay. Yep. Your ABS sensors on your car for like your brakes, your anti-lock brake system is ABS is a Hall effect, by the way.
Okay.
Yep. They have little magnets like on the wheel hub, and it is like a bunch of little knobs. It looks like a big old gear with a bunch of teeth, and like the teeth go past a Hall effect sensor, and that's how it sort of detects if your wheels are turning or not. Yeah, so and then the other thing too, it's that it's not priced egregiously. $169, that's not cheap. That is an expensive keyboard. But the only other two 8 TMR keyboards on the market are the Fun 60,
Which is too small.
which is, yeah, too small, and the price isn't right here. If you actually click the TMR version, which they're not going to show me, that's cool. The cheapest TMR I found was $93.
Okay.
And then the other one is the Mons Geek or Acco M1 TMR, M1 V5 TMR, which is $180 or $150 on their website. So a Cherry product being only $170 actually makes sense. I don't know if that's don't know if that's MSRP though. But yeah, cool, good Cherry. The other thing about Cherry was, dude, somebody on our Discord posted the Cherry stock price. This is
You want to like
insane.
learn how to run a company to the ground and not adapt to change? Look at Cherry.
This is insane, dude. At the end of 2021, they had a market cap of, I think the guy in the Discord said, 800 million. And now their market cap is 23 million. Dude, that's
Roughly.
insane.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at a startup that had 10 employees, and our market cap was over 23 million for a while. Startup's no longer around.
Yeah.
but we were there at one point. That's insane.
We have software. Sorry.
So what, okay, discussion question. What should Cherry have done? Right, because they saw the writing on the wall. I don't know if it's that like their patent on the Switch design expired or China just don't care. And they manufactured in
Mm.
Germany. I remember watching a Linus Tech Tip video on it. Very cool facility, but yeah, Germany ain't cheap.
They just needed to get into magnetic switches earlier, I think. That was their
Yeah,
problem.
they should have been,
I could be naive to what the actual problem behind that was, but yeah.
yeah, established themselves as a bastion like or as a like a stalwart of kind of like how Wooting is, even though Wooting's not necessarily the best, they're the most recognized. And so it's really easy to convert people to, I don't know.
Some will take offense to that comment, but yes.
Yeah. I think it's like lightweight mice. If you didn't get on board, you got left behind. And
Yep.
now every single like FPS oriented mouse is lightweight as a bare minimum. It's going to be the same thing for Hall effect. Gaming keyboards, it's no longer about getting, oh, the Cherry MX. Do you remember Cherry MX Speed Silver? I remember when these came out because everyone used Cherry MX Reds for the longest
Yeah,
time.
Reds were a disaster. I hated those switches.
And then they came out with the Speed Silvers, which were the same thing but like a slightly sooner actuation. So then all the gaming keyboards were like, "Oh, we need silver switches." Now you need HE. It doesn't. For gaming, whatever switch you use does not matter compared to Hall effect. The bar is set. You need Hall effect. FPS, by the way.
Yes.
Next topic was another interesting keyboard. Pwnage came out with a keyboard, dude. I probably should have gone to their website. I don't know. I just saw this on AliExpress because I was
What?
browsing
I
as a
missed it.
degenerate. Yeah, blade, CNC aluminum Zenblade65 V2. So I guess there was a V1. Did you know about that?
No.
Get an anime girl. The purple anodize is cool.
What
You can
keyboard was like goodie bags we were looking at one point? No, it was all mice for value, right?
on their
Remember that
website.
remember that thing we did where we were just like rolling and rolling and rolling and trying to get like the best package of
Yeah.
random Pwnage things. Did they have keyboards in those?
I think they did, right?
Okay, so maybe
Pwnage
we did know about
Mice.
these. All right.
I wonder if wait, Pwnage
Cool name.
Zenblade 65. Yeah, it is a cool name. And then a cool, amazing website as usual. The 3D model. That is cool. The two keycaps that have her eyes on them are a little
God, it's so
intimidating.
expensive.
I know.
Probably his
silver.
bottom shelf
Nice.
likes.
Yeah. It is aluminum. I do know like aluminum Hall effect keyboards like start at $100. That's why I got that stupid VIC
Yeah, like
68.
the lowest tier one. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a freaking Thunderobot. Should we just look at that real quick? Why not? Okay, this is the one that I bought, and I bought. So you can get the. I would have gotten the red, but not for $180. So I got the silver, which still looks pretty good. The keycaps
Yeah,
are
yeah.
hideous, but yeah, simple silver case. They say it's Hall effect. They have a little baby knob. The stand on it is like something you have to screw on. Sure.
Oh,
Is those XDA, DSA keycaps? You can get a bean with it, I guess, a golden bean. Whatever. Next keyboard was a beautiful one, IPI Aurora. Bro. Again, I'm not like a
who
super
knows if it's
keyboard
IPI
nerd.
or IPI?
Ippy. Ippy. Beautiful keycaps though, dude. IPI Aurora. I'm down with like themes. The gold on top of the in front of the I
Yeah.
think that looks really good. Not cheap though. It's aluminum. Maybe I should have gotten no knob. I shouldn't have. Okay. And that's it for the news. Holy smokes, that was the longest news segment ever. Hour and 11 minutes. Congrats if you're still with us. Let's jump over to Reddit
I'm not.
recap. I know, dude. I'm tired too. Okay, Reddit recap. So we usually go over like we'll do some like collection reactions. So let's do a reaction to this dude's collection, which is what's this dude's name? It's like
Hi everybody, I'm
Dumau.
Dumau. I will show what
Dumau.
is inside my
Legacy?
bag.
Oh,
Dumau, he said. So there's some CS Blaster. Wait, Valorant or CS?
Okay guys.
Blast
First of all,
TV Major.
my mouse pad. There is my
Oh wait,
this is
okay,
my
okay.
equipments first.
Did we see what
This
mousepad
is
that
my
was?
keyboard
Can I
and,
zoom in,
it
please?
was so
keyboard
it was so
because it
rolled
was
and
random,
like
not
rubber banded and keyboard.
And I can't use the arrow keys to scrub. Oh, this is gonna be a disaster,
Hi
bro.
everybody, I'm Dumau. I will show what is inside my bag.
Okay.
This is inside my bag.
Okay. I want to see if we can snipe what he says. He has like a handful of mice in here. The first pad looked interesting.
Okay guys. First of all,
Can I
That's
use
my
K?
mouse.
I can. Can we tell what pad this
Mousepad?
is?
there is my okay, this is
That
my
was hard to
No.
tell.
Okay guys.
Can you tell?
First of all,
No idea.
that's my mouse pad. There is my
Maybe it's a custom. Oh, there's like a cooldown to hitting, to pausing it. At first, it looked like a 4114 Arrow V2, and they're like sky colorway, but I don't think it is.
First of all,
It's like the mouse pad company or whatever the heck that thing is called. Maybe just a custom printed crap
Yeah.
pad.
there is my okay, this is my equipment.
What's this guy's name?
Dumau. Dumau.
This is my
This is a Wooting ADHE, ain't it? With
This
the
is CS2 version.
clear. Yeah.
keyboard, kind of combos with the pad, but it was random, not on purpose. I have my mouse. I don't want to use.
Here we go. Oh! Do we get a better view of this? This is the Dazzle camo. That's looking like a Viper to me. Yeah.
It's a Vaxee PE Frost Wanderer. That's the mouse pad. Thank you, ProSettings.net.
Wow.
He's using an unreleased 2025 Death Header. He was one of the people spotted with unreleased Death Header.
Okay. Yeah, there's the pad. The
And he has,
pad's
I think he's a
beautiful if it
moving
loads.
AD as well. This guy's got like goat fucking peripherals.
Yeah.
Using right now. I have books. This one
His
have
books.
rings. This one is in search of purples, and this is my Bible.
Books.
All right,
books.
this link bottom mouse is good.
From my
Thank you for
mom.
mentioning it.
I have this mouse, and I have the
Another Death Adder, Faker Death Adder, and a
Faker Death
Faker
Adder.
Viper.
a little goat. Good, no? Yeah.
Here's a
I
goat.
just think it's
People
he is a
apparently
goat.
said they were saying he's like the most obnoxious person at the.
This,
I did see a
Oh.
clip of him like
stay
winning
in
a
the playoffs,
2v1 or
so
something, and he
Yeah,
got up
so-
from the desk and like yelled at the other team in excitement. I was like, oh, that was a
That's like
bit.
Okay, another mouse.
That's like standard stuff for esports.
That
At least
just
it
looked
wasn't
like
Call of Duty.
I am now gonna walk down this.
that just looked like a GPW,
From mom, I have version
right?
both. I just think it's my
Yeah, I think it's neat. Okay.
glasses, basically my extra glass.
Okay.
Okay, another mouse.
GPX, I'm thinking. Big skate in front, so he has aftermarket
Another
skates.
mouse.
This is cool. So this is a Pulsar? This is a custom?
What is it? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Name.
Pulsar by
Oh,
you.
and it has his name on it, yeah. And is
Sick.
this a crazy light? I don't think so, because the crazy light don't have
No.
these
Be
customization
X2.
options. Yeah. Is that an H or just, I think that's just a normal X2.
I think it's nice too. Yeah.
That's
Another
very cool
mouse.
though. A GPX
And
in
I
white.
have an extra.
Another GPX in white.
If this one breaks
Yeah.
it, and guys, just some more
Another
in case of both break it.
Oh,
another
another
G
GPX in
G
pink.
Pro wireless. You can tell by the RGB behind
Oh,
the.
yeah.
But this is a
Okay.
weird color.
You know,
It's
we
not
never
pink,
know
it's
the
like a
future, you know?
reddish,
I have
yeah.
my notes finger.
That might have been a special edition because the scroll wheel was all black. No,
gloves,
that's how
you
they
know?
did the
It's an
GPWs
extra
though.
one.
That was a
Blue
ZYWOO. I don't know which one.
Gloves.
Okay, he's got gloves.
CL. It's the coin.
Oh, you got a coin. Cool.
Cables.
I wonder, like,
Cable.
is this what he brings to like the LAN
found
event
my
from his
charger.
hotel? So he brings chargers and 10 mice.
all my
This is
Pyrexis
that would be
glasses.
us, dude.
Maybe both break it. I have
Yeah, right.
watches. This both.
We might
This
have
is my
missed a
first
mouse, but I
one.
don't care.
I have like
He's
these
really into watches.
hanging
Oh, he has
around,
a
you know?
fidget cube. Okay,
My coach gave it to me. Yes, that's everything I have. Oh my god, guys.
I think he has another
I have this
mouse. Oh, another
mouse too.
a ZYWOO EC, some kind. Okay, well, sure. Okay, he's got mainstream brands. All right. Rapoo. Oh, this was interesting. Rapoo says, "What do you guys want us to clone next?" Pretty much. Rapoo has started. This is from Devi Lung Goat. Rapoo has started a user participatory mouse production project. Let me know what kind of mouse you want, and I will make it based on the second generation. Popular mice from major manufacturers were mentioned. A few days later, a new model called VT2 was released. Doesn't it look familiar? GPX. Yep, so we talked about the VT2. So this was from June 10th, just not that long ago. And at first I was like, oh, they're just asking what they should clone. GPW U23, is that a U2?
Maybe.
Leather King Prime 4, so Prime. Viper like Mini 5. Okay, so Viper Mini. Class 304, G305,
G.
Egg,
Yeah.
or Class FK like a ZYWOO FK.
So FK.
So at first I was like, disgusting, it's just going to be more cloning. But that's the thing. We're at the point where things are so iterative. Instead of saying like, oh, I want a low profile mouse with like a little bit of contouring and like a fairly large size, just say ZYWOO FK. Oh, I want
Yeah.
a kind of medium large mouse with a central hump and flat sides, just say GPX, GPW. So I'm not too upset about the whole cloning thing. This guy says original G303.
Next guy says G303 Dayless.
Yeah, the older
Z11.
the older ZA11, sure, more ZAs. I'm down with an FK. We don't really have good FK stuff, but also the Viper V2 Pro I feel like people have forgotten about, so maybe just I should go back to that. MM720 remake. I want to see someone on Alibaba. I should go hunt down the OEM for Cooler Master and see if they can start the production of because they had the Pro MM712 V2 or whatever that they never got around to. No, that's Cooler Master's intellectual property. They wouldn't produce that. All right, and this last one, Dazz. Oh, I guess discussion question. What would you vote?
I have not given it any thought.
I have a couple thoughts. So I would be down with a ZYWOO FK because we really don't have a good copycat of that, or I'd be down with something a little bit more of their own. So I'm just glanced over, and the Corsair, I'm not saying to clone this, but the Corsair M75 Air, Corsair did come out with a shape that's actually unique. It is a large mid hump, but it tapers aggressively. Okay.
Yes.
Or another one is Gitoper G2. This is another mouse that's like, take a Santali S10 and combine it with a like Steelseries sensei. This is another like this mouse is always interested in me. Lots of hit flare, but then like a very noticeable ledge here near the buttons. I
And
actually
then they
do
went
really
ahead
want.
and called their mouse pad the same thing.
I know, dude. I don't know. Big
What are you
brain
doing?
play. So I would be down for. I would vote for a low profile like an FK, or just do something weird. Do something out there. Do an RE FCC01. Do a don't do a fingertip mouse. Leave that to G Wolves.
No.
Um,
Okay.
maybe there's another old shape to revive. Like Wise Owl is the only one doing the Sensei shape. Get in on that action. ROM, the ES21 was a unique shell. I don't know. Come up with something unique. I guess that's my vote. What's your vote?
I don't have anything. I don't have any ideas. I'm boring.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's move on then to. Can we name all these mice? Can we? Oh, Discord. Okay. I will open this and see if I can. Like, all I want to do is open an image. There we go. Can we name all these mice? This is
Nope.
one of our Discord. Nope. One of our Discord users posted this. They're at a place in China, a tech store. This is incredible, dude.
They
Corsair
get so much
stuff that
better
we
than
don't
we do.
care about. M75 Scimitar L7. Don't know what that is.
Bunch of GPXs.
GPX, GPW, GPX, Basilisks. This stuff is too far away, but we have a bunch of.
Bunch of Zowies.
Yep. Nice gray HyperX Pulsefire. Maya.
Okay.
Maya X here. Cloud XS, Cloud, Cyrox, Vaxee, Sora.
The X2H in the end.
Yeah. Man, they even have final mouses on display. These are
Yeah.
the new ones. That's
This is
crazy.
B-Stack. This is WLMouse too.
Yeah, WLMouse. This is an MCHO's AX, whatever, but this is,
X5.
yeah. And then these last ones here, it's hard to tell.
Hard
This
to
might
see.
be a Keras 2 Ace. And Game Gear, Lamzu. That's crazy. And then the pads under
It's a lot
here,
of money.
I know. They have that special Artisan.
That's the fun. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Final mouse box right here. How cool. Very cool stuff. It's so interesting that so much of it is branded in English.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Sunny B, for posting it to our Discord. And I think
No, we're on the boring part.
that's, yeah, 122. Yeah, we're going to skip the Reddit. Were there any things worth highlighting? Logitech Hype. This is their, how much money they make. Wait, this got the top upvote? Why? He bought a WLMouse in purple. That color is okay. Happy birthday. Yeah, okay. This is herd mentality. Not a lot of discussion. Like, look at the upvotes on the comments, but then huge upvotes on the post. Yeah.
Reddit is so dumb.
Yeah. I do like a good crap post. Yeah, I still am not a fan of this colorway. It still looks like
No.
incomplete. Yeah, these make the rounds every now and then, just like these in the calculator mouse. There you go, guys. Just post the calculator mouse like on an automated bot once every 2 months. This is where I got this from. I think I actually got downvoted because I asked for the. Oh, I got downvoted at one point, but I was like, yeah. I mean, it was like literally going on live when he posted this screenshot.
Oh, okay.
Mouse bungee out of cardboard. I respect that. Aston Martin mouse. A Zhaopin. Why is it so bright? It is really bright. Yeah. These EPW is like frosted, and then some of the Ninjutso stuff. All right. Let's go to personal ramblings. The last category, personal ramblings. So, first is to start us off, Dazz, with YouTube updates.
Yeah, I released what I felt like was one of my best videos, which is the Paro, but it's not going to get a lot of views because I'm late to the game. Much like Aim and Dash was late to the game today, releasing his R5 Ultra review. So,
yeah,
it's like a double-edged sword because like it's cool because I got something from Lamzu and made a video that I enjoyed,
Hey guys, it's
Got another
Dash
sub.
Zach back with
Yeah,
another
sub
review
10
and
minutes.
wearing a
Didn't take a
hat
shower,
because
so I
I've
wore
been
a
working
hat.
all day and my hair is matted down. It's the WLMouse
But
Paro, an ergo from WLMouse
yeah,
that we sort of knew about
no
for a
one
long
seems to
time
care,
but
which is
never
fine.
officially
It's a
launched,
great
so
mouse. I
it
like it a
comes as
lot.
the Paro Aurora. It's their first ergo since
Do you want
the
me to
Aurora.
mute it? Is
It's
it
a pretty
distracting?
small ergo.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when I used it
But
at
yeah,
your house, I was impressed with it. Yeah, the TLDW that I get from you is that you're not a fan of ergos, but this is pretty much the
the one I would
best.
choose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incat G23 V2 review is theoretically coming tomorrow morning if I stay up late after this is done recording and finish that.
Yeah, I saw that here.
It's skipping a whole bunch of other things that I have obligations to review because I only want to be the first one with a review out. So
Yeah. I do agree with
this
you with
short
that scroll wheel really stands out as something cool.
this short's done really well, and then I made a short that was like mentioned that I got my other short taken down, and then I was like, screw it. I'm making another EWEADN
EWEADN.
S9 glossy short. So
EWEADN, bro. Yeah, what good quality, huh? They have a good coating, they have a good skates.
good side buttons, good everything. Yeah.
Hmm.
Just don't slam your mouse down.
Yeah, slam clicks. Okay.
I got a bunch more IEMs coming, so I guess Lynn Soul liked the review I did of the what was it? Because he got Lush, which is $180 IEM, so I'm getting another $500 in IEM sent to me, which is just silly. Like,
Huh. Do you
and
do
I'm
did
not
you
like,
request this? Like
I literally was like, here's the review, and they're like, we liked it. We're also promoting these. Would you like them? And I was like, yes, please.
okay. Huh. But it wasn't like a model that you were already aware of and had your sight set on.
I actually had my sights on both of them. They were just
Oh.
too expensive for me. Yeah.
Oh, dang, you are a lucky duck then.
They're
Good.
very highly regarded IEMs, yeah. So cool. We will
Okay.
test them out and pretend to say audio things about them. I
Yeah.
feel like this review I did of them was much better, but I mean it's an IEM, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
What is this? I have an actual over-the-ear headset, but it's not necessarily gaming focused coming from. Hold on a second here. I figured I would do this and see if it branched me, and that's like my goal with trying new tech areas is to like branch out and get more like opportunities in those areas, like the microphone and IEMs and all that stuff. One audio, one ODIO, Focus A6. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know IEMs at all.
Oh, this is an over-the-ear headset. Or on, yeah. One. Yeah, that's it. Nothing crazy. Noise canceling headset. Basically, like looking a solid
$70.
product.
Hmm.
Wanted to get like, yeah, I have something I can compare it to. So,
Okay.
and then I mentioned I had 3 X23 Pros coming from EWEADN, and I asked them if they wanted to do a giveaway with me, and they said, sure, we'll provide 2 X23 Pros to do a giveaway about. So, look out for that announcement in my review of that coming out in July, and then I'll give away a couple mice. So
Cool. Okay.
it'll be awesome because we will just pick the winners, and then they will coordinate shipping and everything. Not me. So
That's very convenient. Yeah. So,
it's something I need to start doing more. Is just like asking a company, like, "Hey, do you want to do a giveaway? Like, get people some free stuff."
yeah. So EWEADN then they sound pretty good to work with.
Yeah, they've been really good to work with. Yeah.
Awesome.
Also, for those who care, my subs are literally elite at the moment.
That's awesome.
I was hoping that would stick. That never would stick for the recording. 133 sub.
And before speaking of brands that are good to work with, you got contacted by Tevolution Joel recently, right?
Yeah, he was just following up, seeing how I was doing, giving some support. Yeah, T-Evolution's an awesome company. Really nice people. Great to work with. Best
He-
media kit I've ever gotten.
Yeah, no, I know the materials, but he wasn't like saying like, "Hey, we've got something in the works. Would you be interested?"
I have an unread message. I don't know.
Ooh, drum roll. Tevolution Terra.
Maybe. Possibly, actually.
Oh, okay. You can't
Sounds like it.
don't
Yeah, I'm not
don't
gonna say anything.
compromise, yeah, but
Yeah.
companies be working on stuff.
hmm
And Tevolution, I mean, we know from the Fantech split off side brand, whatever, that they are trying to target like a more enthusiast level with the T-Evolution brand. So I am down for that, dude. Give us an ambi that's interesting. I wonder if they're just gonna
Maybe a
become a.
non-mouse peripheral potentially. What?
Oh, interesting. I'd be down, yeah, for like a keyboard or something too. Okay. Next topic. Is that all you got?
Yep.
And where can people find out about the giveaway? You said Twitter?
I'm going to announce it in the review for the X23 Pro, but yeah, it'll be on Twitter.
Okay. Cool.
Phalanges.
Okay, yeah. So the next topic I have here was I counted up. So I went to edit my YouTube description, and I had like my hours from a bunch of the games that I've played there, and I added them all up, and I have sweated 6,000 hours in FPS games. So I had this here. I don't know if anyone has ever read this, but because I highly doubt people move past this and actually click more. So, when I was in high school, I started FPS gaming when I was in high school with a free-to-play FPS called Combat Arms Gameplay. It was,
Hi guys,
oh, that was very loud. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was a free-to-play game. It had a server browser. It was nice. I was probably one of the better Junk Flea players in the game. Hacking was a major problem because it was free to play and they didn't really have a good anti-cheat. Um, yeah, I spent a good amount of money in microtransactions in this. Anyway, I had like 3,500 hours in this game easily. I had I had a few accounts. So I had, what is this total up to? It's like almost 500,000 kills if you total all of that. I do remember in this game, I'll go back to the gameplay because it's somewhat more interesting. I do remember, oh, you know what? I have my own gameplay, dude. Wait a second, what am I doing? If
You
I
were telling me
just
about that, yeah.
search combat arms, I don't know, I had like weapon reviews and stuff. Like some of my highest viewed videos are, there was a crouch spamming thing. Um, I don't know, comparing revolvers banned. Oh yeah, I got banned, dude. That was a sad day for me. This is just some gameplay and I was giving a voiceover of why I was banned. Uh, this game, yeah, it was interesting because guns had like a bit of spread, but you really didn't ADS a whole lot. So I don't know, it was like a pretty fun game. And this map that we're playing here is called Junk Flea, and there's just like a lot of verticality. And yeah, this was pretty fun. Yeah, there's my name, Manphalanges. So this is where the Manphalanges name comes from, was in this game. So there's actually a whole bunch of, oh yeah, they had nut shots. So that was one of the reasons you want to use a female character, because if you hit people in the nuts, it's like a 1.5 multiplier. The headshot multipliers were dumb. The headshot multipliers, even in competitive play, you had to use male characters only because the hitboxes were different. Um, but for like the small bit of competitive play that there was. But this really wasn't a great competitive game. One of the reasons was the engine had hard coded in MouseXL and it felt terrible. When I would go and play other games, I'd be like, oh, these other games feel crap. And then when I got banned from this game, well, I got banned a couple times for cheating, even though I never did. They just get reported enough that they're like, oh, screw this, we're done with this kid. Oh, I'm dead. I I forget where I was going with this. Whatever. MouseXL. Then when you left this game and went and played something else, that game felt like crap. Then you would play other games and you'd come back to this and this felt like crap. I almost got an ultra kill there. There were like if you got kills within a close period of time, like you saw the multi-kill thing, and next is ultra kill, then fantastic, then unbelievable, and then you have to get them with only like 2 seconds in between each other. So getting an unbelievable is actually really impressive. When you see somebody in the kill feed on the top left where it says like unbelievable, it's like kind of a,
Yeah.
usually it's a cheater, so people kind of roast you for it. But yeah, the game was fun. It's where Manphalanges' name came from. I had a friend who was going to change her name to Wet Phalanges, and it would be Manphalanges and Wet Phalanges. Haha, it sounds dirty or something. I kind of wanted a name that was unique though and didn't have, I'm going to get a multi-kill. You see that in the kill feed. Ultra kill. Nope, someone else took it. Oh, pistol him. Oh, shoot his ass. Uh, yeah, this game, like a friend showed it to me in high school. I I was at like a 1 point KD. It was my first FPS other than like playing Star Wars Battlefront on PC when I was like a little kid.
Right.
And something just clicked in me one day where I stopped playing for a little bit. I watched some YouTuber named Backstar who's like a 2.7 KD player, so he was like pretty good. And just watching his gameplay, I was like, let me pick up the game again. I get back in it and I instantly have like a 1.8 KD. Just something in my brain switched where I saw somebody like playing smart, not pushing everything and like knowing the maps well, and I was like, oh, I can do that. And then that account, oh no, I had a 1 point KD and I was bringing it up to a 1.8. That's what I did. I brought it up to a 1.8. And then I decided, I don't know if I got banned or what, or if I gave that account away. Um, the next account I made had like a 3 point KD. And then I got banned on
nice.
that account, and they took like 9 months to respond to my ticket. So I made another account in that time, and that account I had like a 3.6 KD. So that's where
Nice.
all these numbers came from. Yeah. Anyway, that was a long intro to the first FPS game, and also the one I have the most hours and most kills in. Then after that, I played Star Wars Battlefront. That's where my YouTube following mainly comes from. Only says 615 hours. That doesn't count private lobbies, which might even double this. I don't know, let's call it like 1,000 hours. Battlefield 5, I have a good amount of time in. 100,000 kills. And the Battlefield 2042, I have less time than Battlefield 5, but 2042 is such a faster paced game. I have a lot more kills.
Mm.
Also, my KD is really inflated in that game because of revives. But yeah. So I don't know. Collectively, how many kills is this? This is like 500,000, 6, 7, 800,000 kills collectively. Wow, it's a
Pretty
lot.
crazy.
So I don't know if I rambled long enough. Do you have any idea how much time you've spent in FPS games?
I think I averaged 60 or 70 days per COD from like 2010 to 2013. So
So 70 days is 1,600 hours, let's say. And you're saying,
you can probably comfortably 3x that.
okay,
Just
because
in
of
Call of
three
Duty.
CODs,
Yeah.
5,000 hours, that's a healthy number.
And then I have like 6 to 8 months in WoW real playtime, I think. Whatever that is.
Whoa, really?
At least. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, hold up. Hold up. So let's say 7 months. 5,000 hours. That's funny. It's the same. 5,000 hours in WoW alone.
At least.
Whoa.
Yeah, I have to go look at it. I have to subscribe to get my like player count, like hours, but yeah.
Okay. Would you say how about time sweating in games though? Because I have like some hours. Like I played a little bit of COD and Borderlands and Left 4 Dead and Minecraft,
Yeah.
but I didn't. Those aren't. Well,
WoW is probably like 30% or less sweat. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot
Yeah.
of MMOing going on.
yeah.
A lot of RPGing rather. But well, I mean most of COD was, realistically.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up some gameplay or something. You guys get to see my recommendations. This is the stuff I watch, I guess. Oh wait, is it bad for me to show my YouTube studio? I don't know. I will bring up some
I don't
gameplay
know.
for you guys to watch. So I actually recorded some gameplay. There we go.
My Steam play numbers actually aren't too crazy. But I didn't switch to full-time PC until like 2018. So
Okay.
a lot of console Destiny one time, that's for sure.
Destiny, yeah. It's a good game. I never played it. I've seen it played. There's still like a competitive community behind it. But if you were to estimate hours in that, what do you think? You think you hit
I don't
1,000?
know.
Because
No,
1,000's a lot.
It really is. How do you sort this by? I'm trying to sort my Steam library by time played, but I don't know what the quick version is to that. Oh, well. I think Rocket League is my top one on Steam potentially.
Interesting.
400 hours. 400 hours of Rocket League. See, that's not that much.
For Rocket League, no. I know. Yeah, that's a game. If you try to get into it now as a new player, you're gonna get. Well, I don't know, they have skill-based matchmaking, so maybe you wouldn't get slapped that bad. You'd get stacked with other noobs.
Only 250 hours of PUBG. I think I uninstalled Destiny. So.
Ooh, PUBG. How about Fortnite? Because that's like your main game
That's
now.
what I was going to look at. Yeah,
I don't know if Epic Games
it is, but I
Store would
never
have
play it
that.
for that long at a time. Fortnite Tracker has it. 294 hours.
Okay. I do know Tracker doesn't count like private lobbies, or Fortnite has like a build mode, right? I don't know if it tracks like 1v1s and stuff. That's like what
I never
Boardsy
do that.
does.
Crap. Yeah.
Okay. Just do the old matchmaking or
Yep.
battle royale.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Have you ever streamed games? I guess you're fairly
Once,
new.
twice.
Okay.
I always had the ability to. I just never wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Like having to talk and stuff, and I don't really feel like I have to. I don't know. Part of me is like I shouldn't stream because then I gotta watch what I say. But then I also like don't have to watch what I say, and I can just like be myself. And if people don't want to watch, then they just don't have to. I don't like. So I live streamed a little bit. The other, you guys might have seen a few notifications. I don't know. I really should live stream more. I just am like afraid that I have to be entertaining and like keep the view count up. But I remember, so OBS doesn't have a view count on it. So I Google how to enable a view count overlay on OBS because I use it for the chat. And the top comment on a subreddit post was, "Don't. You don't want this." And I was like, dang, that is insightful. Just sit there, have fun, engage with chat when questions come up. If no questions come up, you know, seeing that 0 view count just the whole time, you just end up clicking off of it. Like, you just stop streaming. So. I guess that's it for that topic. We have one last topic, 141.
Yeah, the last thing I'll say is there's a lot of gaming that I've done that I haven't talked about here. So
Okay. Do you want to talk about it?
I meant like just that I can't even recall probably. Random games, Hearthstone, Halo, console, yeah. From like 2010 to like 2020, I probably spent like 4 to 6 hours a day gaming easily every day.
Damn, that's good. Would you say you primarily sweat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't mention Minecraft. I have a lot of time in that crap too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would say, like, all the games I highlighted on my channel there with the stats, those were all sweating in it. I don't...
Takes that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really... I don't know. Like, when I was in college and stuff, yeah, we had a Minecraft server for the guys... The dorm room floor I was on. I played, like, a little bit of Battlefield 3, like, casually until I got banned. I played a little bit of... Left 4 Dead. Apparently the sweat community behind the versus mode is like pretty intense, and that's actually kind of cool. But
if I like a game, it can get pretty crazy. Like Lost Ark came out and I played it for a month and I put 371 hours on it.
Oh dang, yeah, that's healthy. That's pretty robust there.
That was when my daughter was about to be born, so my wife was just very pregnant and just doing nothing. And I was just like, I'll play Lost Ark all day. Could have been doing better things, I'll be honest. See, I still have that perspective.
That's good. I mean, to
how much those things would have paid off? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still in the belief that gaming is like, was it one of my parents was like, you know, I'd be like gaming for like hours on end in high school, and they'd be like, wouldn't you rather be doing something like different or like more purposeful? And I was like, no,
like
that's the thing. You go watch TV. You get up after watching TV for like 3 hours and you feel like you've accomplished nothing, but you play video games for like 3 hours and you've like hung out with your friends, you've unlocked new weapons or skins, or you've reached a new high score, or you've improved your skills, you've learned to map better. I don't know, that's why I've always sweated in games, in FPS games.
There has to be a non-zero amount of like anti-Alzheimer's activity in your brain going on in like a game versus watching something, right? Like stuff like that. Like
yeah, like passive versus
there's like level
gaming,
of cognitive like activity going on versus
active,
just chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the key difference, is that it's just active. I've never been big into passive entertainment. My wife and I watch TV when we have dinner every night, but that's really like I don't know, we laugh out loud at funny moments, and I wouldn't do that solo. I mean, even like the videos that I do watch, like YouTube, it's primarily informative.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm by myself, I'm just playing a game or now I'm making a YouTube video. Or,
Yeah.
yeah, watching YouTube.
Yeah, making a YouTube video, which you then reference yourself when you need to go make another YouTube video because you forget what you said about something or how.
People
something
ask me a
felt.
question on a video, and I'll just go watch that damn video and answer the
I
question. Like,
know.
God, did
I
you watch
know.
it, person who asked the question?
I know. It's like, I mean, you're like literally documenting like you're. Oh, is this gonna be a good flank? No, I don't think so. Good thing I checked that corner. Freaking people always hide in that corner. I know people probably would roast me in this setup. If you're a 2042 player, I'm using the sweat gun with one of the. There's 2 sweat classes. I'm using the medic who has basically infinite self heals. And then I'm using the PP29, which is like, oh, that is funny. I pre-fired the crap out of that guy because I heard him.
Yes, you did.
Hold up. Let me watch that again.
He thinks you're hacking or his connection's terrible. Or,
Screw that guy.
it is doo-doo patrol.
I know he doesn't know what's happening. Yeah, the PP29's the sweat gun though because 65 round mag and fast reload. So it's like the target. It's what the target switchers use. Okay, our last topic. Yeah, let's try to get through this. What makes for a good podcast? What other podcasts do you listen to? And the reason I brought this up was because a Battlefield YouTuber called Enders, who's a very talented player, but also a very butthurt player. I actually don't really like his content, but it's just a shame because there's like no other talented people who post regularly. He started a podcast, and he just rambles about Battlefield 6 and how it's super important. And I don't know, here's his timestamps here. He asked in the comments, so this is his first episode. It goes on, so he has a guest for an hour 20. He's another Battlefield YouTuber, never heard of him. He's like a fairly casual player, so I don't know, I don't really care. Whereas Enders is more like, if he was an aimer, like he knows about the aim training community and stuff. If he was an aimer, he probably would be like Masters or GM level. So he's like a very talented player, but that's also not like, he's more game focused, not, he used GPX for years because why else would you change? Do you like the format? Who should I have on next? Let me know. And his format is really just rambling. He does have a guest. He doesn't really like the guest talk a whole lot, kind of like I do with you.
I'm perfectly fine with that. That's my preference.
So I guess what other podcasts do you listen to? And I'll go back to the. Oh, I can't go back to the gameplay. Wrong gameplay. Oh, I had it in this window. So yeah, what other podcasts do you listen to? And maybe are there any format or things you like or don't like about their formats?
I listen to a ton of podcasts consistently, like a large number. Like, so the first one I ever listened to was called like How to Money when I was like bored and wanted to learn more about finance in 2018, 19. And then I started listening to FIRE, which is the Financial Independence Retire Early podcast, which was cool until I had a wife and kids, and that became irrelevant to me, unfortunately.
Yep.
Took some good values from it, but it became impossible.
Yep.
And then I listened to a lot of a podcast called Mind Pump, which is like lifestyle and fitness based, and then Armchair Expert is a podcast hosted by Dex Shepard, actually. That's my favorite podcast.
Yeah, wow, all very informative then, podcasts, yeah.
It's like books, unless I'm reading like Harry Potter, I want nonfiction, informative, self-improvement books, basically.
That makes a lot of
sense. Makes
sense.
it boring or what?
I
It
do
tracks.
know, I've been like mildly, so sometimes on podcasts, their ads will like advertise other podcasts, know your audience, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, sometimes I'll get ads for those like mystery podcasts. They'll have like voice actors and stuff for all the different characters, but it's all podcast form. So it's basically like an audiobook, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more like, think like an audiobook / live show because, they have web. Anyway, I've never actually explored one. I don't really know people who are into that, but I guess the closest thing I would say to that is the TV show Only Murders in the Building with Selena Gomez and Martin Short.
Okay.
It's actually a
Yeah.
really good show.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the people need to be able to relate the topic that they're experts to an extent in to their like everyday lives and just be able to give strong anecdotes and then just have interesting guests. Or
Okay.
somehow be able to manage to get like interesting topics I guess so. I've listened to Mind Pump, for example, a lot, and like once you do maybe 20, 30 episodes, 40% of the episode is just them regurgitating what they've said, which we've talked about before. So like for the hardcore listeners, like you've just heard everything, all the tropes, all of the standard advice over and over again.
Yeah.
But there is like still good information that comes through. So you need to be credible to some extent, which we talked about even with reviewing products before. So
Credible in terms of like,
your level of knowledge versus the topic. I guess if it's a more informative podcast that you're talking about.
yeah. I know that was like one imposter syndrome I think you and I both had. It's like you and me are not like pro gamers. So like are we an authority to talk about mice? But that's the thing. It seems like the pros don't really care except for like a few. You know, like a Matty OW or Tens.
Right.
Most of them are more focused on the game and not so much on their gear. I think a lot of things are that way though. There's going to be the gear heads and then the game heads.
Right.
Being a game head's probably more healthy, at least for the wallet part of it. But
Yeah.
yeah, the fire stuff. I had to like unsubscribe from a lot of that stuff when
Me too. I can't stand the subreddit. It just makes me
I
mad.
know it just makes yeah I know it's like some people just have very very fortunate situations and those are the posts that get upvoted the most and it's like I'm happy for them and stuff, but then it's like where did I go wrong in life?
Pretty much sounds like that. Yeah.
so-
No, I had this exact discussion with a coworker literally 2 days ago. So.
Yeah.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. What is time? What about any like so you mentioned like guests. I guess I could talk to like formats and stuff. I know like so in Ender's podcast he just kind of rambled. I made a comment suggesting to think of a little bit more structure, particularly when you're having a guest. So on MouseCast, I'm not acting like MouseCast is a shining example. We don't freaking know what we're doing. We had like 10 seconds of dead air earlier this episode. Am I going to edit that out? Probably not. But when you have a guest, to be respectful, like when I ask guests, I just recently have a boilerplate thing that I send out. Boilerplate meaning like a template saying, here's roughly how long it is. Here's what the expectations are. If you want the questions ahead of time, I can send you those. When you have a guest, I think you need to do that.
For those wondering, the 10 seconds of dead air is just to make you question if your like phone's still working, if you've lost connection. So,
I know, right? There you go, it's a test. So, but I also really appreciate podcasts that aren't so formal. I know one that I watched was We're Here to Help. So it's from, have you ever seen the TV show New Girl?
my wife absolutely loves that podcast. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, We're Here to Help is fantastic. I'm going to go on a fat flank here.
New Girl's one of my favorite shows. Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah.
It's
New
Jake
Girl is
Johnson
great.
and somebody else.
Yes, yeah, Jake Johnson and another guy who actually was on the show like very briefly, but
Yeah, my wife has like a shirt. And
oh,
sweatshirt and stuff.
it is a very funny show.
It is
So
the bits I caught are hilarious. Yeah.
it is really, it's very clippable. So I mean, they're like comedians and actors by trade, so they're so much better. You and I are more informative types, whereas they're more entertainment. Like if I say
They make
something
an improv and be funny. Yeah.
exactly, it's improv. If I say
Yeah.
like if I hear somebody say something incorrect, my knee-jerk reaction is to correct them
Correct them. Yeah.
politely. Their knee-jerk reaction is to turn it into a bit, which makes it funny.
Right. Yeah.
So their whole shtick with We're Here to Help is they take random callers who have some problem that their producer has already pre-screened these calls, and the problems will be like, they'll be absurd. Like I don't know. I can't think of one off the top of my head. It'll be in the realm of like, I don't know. I had a girl over for the first time at my apartment. This was like a big deal for me, but she was really freaked out by my pet alligator. But I really want to see her again. What do I do? Yeah, it'll be off the wall stuff like that. Family drama. Oh, it's always so funny. Unfortunately, it used to be free on YouTube. They took it all down and it's behind a paywall now.
Is it? Where?
I think it's on their own website.
Oh, okay.
And they just post the links to the unlisted videos. So I do think you can get it bootlegged if you try, but whatever. I don't know. That's
I
tough.
was gonna say, have you listened to an episode where somebody named Rob talked though?
Um,
A producer potentially.
maybe. I don't. It's been like
Rob. There's a guy named Rob who produces the Armchair Expert podcast, basically, and like works
Okay.
behind the scenes. He's doing this season of We're Here to Help, so, or this like section of We're Here to Help.
let's just appreciate for a moment how I'm like trying my best to keep this stupid teammate alive as I'm killing all these people. And Extra Bacon 777, our wonderful squad lead, he is 1-7, and I'm 103-4. Why did I res this guy?
We're Here to Help is just on Spotify.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah,
free.
that's what I
Like,
listens
do you need a premium subscription or anything?
Am I signed in right now? I can listen, and I'm ironically signed in with the Phalanges account, so on Spotify.
Okay,
No,
maybe
yeah.
maybe that's what they did. I watched the YouTube ones.
Yeah, it's gone there. Yeah.
Okay, the YouTube, you did get the video of them reacting, which I think, adds a bit to it. But I get putting that behind a paywall and then keeping the Spotify free. But that's an example of a pod. They don't have a structure. They have a premise, okay? But they don't have a format to follow. I think they did like some formatting things, like in terms of like, you know, they take the call and then they react. But it's not format in terms of like MouseCast. We do news, Reddit recap, and then we do segments. So,
That's so funny.
another
The
really
tagline: free advice that feels free.
yeah, free advice that feels free. Free advice. Yeah, and I think don't they start every episode like that? It's like
I think so. Yeah.
yeah. Another podcast I listen to is Stuff You Should Know. Have you heard of that one?
I've heard of it.
It was the biggest one for a long time. It's from the How Stuff Works network. It was like the top podcast for a while. It's just two dudes who talk about, like, they basically go over the Wikipedia page for random things. You know, the time that the Nazis invaded the U.S., because that did actually happen in World War II. But it was like one submarine where like 6 dudes were supposed to do a sabotage mission, and wait, I wonder how many hit markers I got on that guy. I only got 3, but it only counted 1. That sucks. This is really nice. Battlefield tells you the client and server hits here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, apparently like one guy was like super game for the mission, but all the other guys either got like drunk or got lost or whatever, and they were supposed to sabotage some boats. Yeah, anyway. So they'll do stuff like that, and they're a good the one guy is kind of a informative, keep it going type. The other guy is kind of the more casual comic relief. It works well. But it's also an old podcast, and they're pretty riddled with ads now.
Okay. Yeah.
But that was a good, informative, but lighthearted informative. So I don't know, guys in the comments, are there any topics or formats or segments that you guys have from other podcasts that you would like to see us give a take on? I don't know. We kind of just ran with, like, pretty early into, I think it was like maybe by episode 3 or 4, we did like Reddit recap.
Yeah.
But I think from the very beginning I wanted to do news plus personal ramblings, which I got that personal ramblings from the Hardware Unboxed podcast, where they just talk about, they say their boring lives. But it does get kind of boring sometimes. Like, Steve will be talking about this new lawnmower that he got. And, like, the following week when it, like, broke spectacularly, that story's fun. But then the next story, it's, like, kind of wish there was something for them to talk about. I don't know. Because we could even talk about stuff that's, like, non-gaming related, non-mouse related.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think, yeah, like, you're big into health, and I think even a bit of, like, philosophy, psychology, just, like, healthy thinking.
I like to think about it, read about it, talk about it, and then not practice it.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
That's how life goes. Okay, let's wrap it up. Anything else you want to add?
No, sir.
I know, I'm friggin' tired and you want to get editing,
sir.
so let's end this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this podcast, consider subscribing, share it with your fellow mouse nerds. If you have a question or want to submit a topic, leave it in the comments. We read all the topics, all the comments.
Hey, if you enjoyed this podcast, what is wrong with you?
I know, dude. I'm so tired. I am so
the topics
tired today.
Go to the correct comment in the timestamp. What? Yeah.
We'll see you guys next Friday.
We'll see you.